And good morning. 8:33 is the time. It is the Mike Taylor Show. You're listening to the Hill Country strongest radio station, 99.1 Mike FM. I have the one and only, the man from the Kerrville Chamber of Commerce. Brad is in the house this morning. And welcome to the show. How's it going?
Doing great. How'd you guys have a good weekend?
We had a great weekend. So it started off at Ron Hoover RV in Bernie.
Yep.
Redkowski went out there and did so Link over there, the sales manager, him and Redkowski, they always have dance-offs.
Because you egged it on.
Well,
it's not my idea nor his. It's yours.
but they love doing it, though, Redkowski. I mean, you killed it. Redkowski went out there and he did the worm out there. And he literally, I have video from beside Redkowski, and you can see it when he's doing the worm. And if you look on the 99.1 Mike FM Facebook page and watch it, it's at like 10 minutes and 13 seconds or something. You'll see when he's doing the worm, his body actually comes up about 6 inches off the ground. He's actually levitating out there in the parking lot.
Oh, my.
I mean, that is talent, man. You are a talented individual.
What can I say?
So, all right. So, anyway, so we had a good weekend. It was a great weekend.
Yeah,
So-
I have no dancing in my contract. I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah, Redkowski will challenge anybody to a dance-off anytime.
Not really, no.
No, he's like, no, not really. He's like, Mike makes me dance. All right, Brad. So, what's going on at the chamber this week? With Kerrville.
We are relaunching our Coffee Talk program, which is the first Tuesday of the month.
Okay.
Traditionally, it's been an in-person, but because of COVID, we're relaunching virtually. So it will be via Zoom. If you didn't get the Zoom link, reach out to us at kerrvilletx.com.
Okay.
But tomorrow we're going to have Corey Edmondson, CEO out at Peterson Health, and Ann Raymond, who is his director of pharmacy. So Corey will focus on where we at with COVID. Ann will focus on the vaccines.
Great. And I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on with the vaccine, so this might be a way to find out some information about that also, right?
Yes, and that's been a big challenge. I think we had almost 3 weeks where there were no vaccines. We didn't get a lot of information from the state down to the local level. I believe we're getting more. I know the county sent a letter. Our board at the chamber just passed a resolution last week to send to the state that just asking them to send us as much vaccine as they can because of having a large regional hospital, a large population that is over 65 in that 1A range. So,
and they said we're a hub, right?
I mean, we are a hub over several counties in this area economically.
Economically, yes. I know the county has applied to be a hub for distributing vaccine. The last word I heard is because of the scarcity of vaccines, that until there's more vaccines, we won't be a hub.
Right.
The county emergency management, they've had stuff in place for over a decade to deal with flu shots.
Right.
So
Wow.
we've got the procedure in place. We were ahead of the curve. The problem is the state decided to go with a different distribution model, which kind of negated all the work I think we've done here for a decade. So if we can get more vaccines and get approved as a hub, I believe the numbers are we could distribute 800 to 1,000 vaccines per day.
That's huge.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll happen.
I hope so.
And our leaders here, I mean, our people that are in charge of doing these things, they're doing everything they can. I mean, our mayor even took a trip to Austin on Thursday.
Yeah.
To try to get some vaccines for this area as well. I mean, he drove up there personally to try and it's one of those things, and with it being a retirement area and a lot of people over 65 here, it is important that Kerr County gets the vaccine. So, but we're at the mercy of the state on this, right?
And hopefully it will ramp up. And I think there's a third vaccine that is a 1-dose vaccine that is waiting final approval.
That's the
So-
Johnson & Johnson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So once all of that gets in place, but like I said, I'm not sure how many workers at Peterson still have not been vaccinated, but just with such a large hospital.
Right.
But I know Peterson's working with other local hospitals that if they have extra vaccines, I think that their employees, health workers can go over there. So I think one of the things we do well is cooperate with other people and do whatever we can to take care of our citizens.
And that's amazing. And you know how people in the hill country are. We're going to make it through this. The vaccines will be here before we know it. People will be vaccinated, and hopefully we can get back to to normal business before too long.
Be nice.
Yeah, we're like I say, we're ready hopefully in August, but if we could do it sooner to relaunch our mixers, because we had 100 to 200 people every month at our chamber mixers.
And those are big mixers. Yeah.
I've been in huge communities. I mean, even in Midland, 4 times the size, and sometimes we were lucky to get 30, 40 people at it. So when you can get 100 to 200 at a mixer every month,
Yeah.
that's phenomenal. So
That is
Yeah.
awesome. All right. So what else is going on?
Shred Days will be coming
That's
up
right,
at the
yeah.
end of April. I think April 30th, and then April 22nd will be Hill Country Economic Summit.
Okay.
Ray Perryman's the keynote. Hopefully that'll be our first big event where we can actually have people. We're obviously working with the Happy State Bank Hill Country Expo Center. That's a mouthful.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Just to figure out right now, we're probably looking at a 50% capacity unless that changes.
Wow.
And then hopefully we'll get tickets on sale for that in the next couple of weeks. But we just want to make sure that we have the capacity. If it looks like for some reason we get to bump to 75, that changes. But right now, I don't know that I'm real hopeful that we get to go to that capacity.
All right. Well, we'll just kind of play it by ear and kind of go from there. And as things move forward
Right.
in 2021, we can hopefully get back to normal and get back to rocking and rolling. You guys are doing great things at the chamber, and it's really amazing.
I'd like to say something. The chamber finally got my request for an Arby's.
So can you talk about that? About the Arby's?
And actually, the city had done a lot of work on that. We had not on the economic development, bringing in new businesses.
Okay.
The chamber, we're kind of there to support if the city or economic development, whoever it
Right.
is reaching out, then we're absolutely going to go out there and encourage them. But also, like I say, the one I heard is the fact that we're supposedly getting a Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
which is dangerous for me.
And see, here was the deal this morning. Ratkowski was talking about how all through the month of February, if you make any purchase at Dunkin' Donuts on a Monday, you get a free coffee. And I'm like, that's great, Ratkowski. If there was a Dunkin' Donuts around here, you got
Right.
to drive all the way to San Antonio.
Yeah, the coffee might be cold when you got back.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
noticed several businesses have closed, like Long John's and Fuddruckers. And I'm surprised they haven't bothered to say, well, we'll just put it there.
I believe there is, at least, again, the rumors I've heard, is that where Fuddruckers was, that they're looking at doing a brew pub.
That's
Oh.
a great location for one of those
Yeah,
two.
it is.
Overlooking the Guadalupe River right there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as somebody that loves craft beer, I'm over almost 750 different beers on my beer app. So
Oh, wow.
I always love to try something new.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that'll be a great thing. And
Yeah.
no word on Long John Silver's about anything. I haven't heard anything about Long John Silver's either. So we'll see what happens there.
Right.
I think we should get a Freddy's steak burger. You ever had Freddy's
Yeah,
steak
there
burger?
we
I
go.
have not.
You never had? So I used to work in radio in San Antonio, and every day on the way there or the way back, I'd always stop by Freddy's steak. Probably not the healthiest thing that I could do, but I mean, I was always eating the Freddy's steak burgers every single day.
I ain't going to tell you what I did when I drove a truck.
Please don't.
That's for the overnight show for the adults.
Yeah, yeah, that comes on at 12 o'clock tonight. I'm just.
No, actually, I stopped by one. It was hard getting the truck in the parking lot, but
Oh, did you get your truck stuck in the park? And
yeah.
that's what I'm talking. I mean, if you're gonna do it right. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yep. So, all right, Brad Barnett from the Kerrville Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much, sir, and we appreciate you having you in here as always, and look forward to hearing more about what's going on next Monday.
Yep.
So,
We'll see you Monday.
all right, have a great week.
Good.